Hey, it's Paul Castronova from the Paul and Young Ron Show. I spent 30 years on the radio in South Florida. I grew up in this market. I pretty much know everybody. And people always ask me, boy, celebrity endorsements. First of all, yeah, I'm a celebrity. I don't think so. But people know who I am. And boy, they see me at restaurants and they see me around town and they see me at the car dealership at the mall. And because they know me as one of them, I go to the same stores with them. I shop where they shop. When I tell them about something after 20-something years of being on the radio, they believe me.
Hey, it's Papa Keith from 103.5 The Beat. Endorsements are important. You can look at me as like the voice or the person or the presenter behind your product, service, or business. People want to believe in someone they trust.
Hi, this is El Gato here, Humberto Rodriguez from Al Aire con El Gato at Mega 94.9. And I wanted you to know that personality endorsements are very important because in my case, and in the cases of all the personalities, we develop a relationship with our listeners, very close relationship, where everything we say, which is true and honest, and we use those products, makes us believable. And the clients love to give us their products, use their products. If there are cars, drive their cars, the phones, use their phones. And it's true, what we say on air, what we use at our homes is definitely true. So that connects with the audience and it makes a win-win situation for the client, for the audience, and for us as personalities.
I wouldn't endorse a product on the radio that I don't use. For example, one of the largest clients that we do here at the radio station, I do our BrandSmart USA. I'm a huge electronics buff, and BrandSmart USA is somewhere I shopped before I ever did an endorsement. So when they asked me, would you do that endorsement? It was easy. I just talked about an experience that I had been having for years before being able to talk about it on the radio.
I've got a great relationship with my listeners. I've been in the market for more than 30 years. Whether it's in television or radio, I've been in this market in those 30 years, Monday through Friday, sometimes even 7 days a week. And so when I'm at a grocery store or I'm at a restaurant, listeners would come up and they want to chat. They want to talk about my past, my life, my kids, my family. They think they know me. Some who might not quite recognize me for some reason will come up and say, did we go to high school together, or did you once work at such and such a place? There's that kind of a relationship.
I now can talk to my listeners not just during my show, but throughout the rest of the day. For all the first 20 some odd years I was on the radio, I got to talk to the listeners from 6 to 10 in the morning. Well, now, through these other devices, I'm always there reminding them, hey, listen to me, or here's a restaurant recommendation. And occasionally I'll drop in a product placement right in the middle of a social media. Sometimes they don't know it, sometimes they do, but regardless, they respond. And that's part of the relationship that I've developed after being on the radio for so many years. I'm talking to them. I go fishing at the fishing tournaments with them. I go to the Dolphin games. Hey, Paulie, what are you doing? Going to the game. So I've got a relationship one-on-one with listeners. And at the same time, when I tell them, hey, man, you got to go here, you got to check this out, it really seems to work. And I will never endorse a product that I don't use myself.
I believe the relationship that morning radio people and radio in general has with their listeners is different than any other medium, because people get up every morning and the first thing they do when they get up in the morning is you have a routine. Whether it's you get up, you get in the shower, you brush teeth, you turn on the radio, you drive to work, you listen to our show. People all the time say to us, oh man, you guys are like part of our family. And we really are. We really feel like the listeners are just as much part of our lives as we are of their lives. So when we use a product and we talk about it on the air, they feel they already have a connection with us, and it makes them want to try that product out as well.
I've been in this market for over 20 years, so my listeners trust me. They believe in what I say, and if I tell them that, hey, this is a good product or this is great service here, they're going to go.
If I have a problem with my roof, I call one person. It's Lanny Galfand with Pioneer Roofing. I can talk about that. And something is important to someone's roof, especially in South Florida. They want someone who's used the product, and especially when it comes to something like roofing. If I trust Lanny and I trust Pioneer Roofing, then they trust him too.
When something works, you want to tell everybody. And it's no different than when you have a friend and you say, oh man, I got this great new thing, you got to try it out. It's the same thing. The people that listen to our show are our friends. So it's nice to be able to tell them, try this product, it works. And then when the client gets people that come in from the radio station that are having success, it works for both sides. It makes me extremely happy to tell somebody about a product, they use it and they love it, And then the client gets their money's worth because the people are coming in and using it because they heard us talking about it.
Listen, this is a true story. One of the clients that I've been working with for the past months is the Ticket Clinic, the lawyers that help us with the traffic violations. I had many, not proud of them, but it's true. I have some super speed violations, and they help me. And when I called them and they did the work they do as professionals as they are, I became a fan of them. And then I started working for them. I was endorsing their product. So when I go on air, everything I say is so genuine, so true, so honest, that our listeners connect with that. They called, and it's a win-win for everyone. My client is very happy because they get calls from our listeners, and our listeners know that every time we go on air and say something, it's true, it's honest, and it could happen to you. So that's why the relationship is so good with our clients.